So I will know this is the new video going to teach you that how to make your career in the web development. What are the things, what are the roadmap that you must learn for the web development. Web development is a very fast field. Like you have to do a bunch of things, like a bunch of library, a bunch of language, a bunch of things in which you can do web development also by the Python, JavaScript also by the Java itself, you can write the backend by the Spring Boot. So basically, this is the very versatile things. And making the career in this is also versatile. Most people think AI going to replace your jobs, but it is not going to happen for other times. Web testers and tech teams also needed for the web development. AI will maybe like reduce the number of employees, but employee must be needed for the content, for the managing and maintaining the uh, web services. Firstly, on that and see, like what are the roadmap of this video? Roadmap is going to be how you can make the like verbal or the like list time means like most people wasted their time without their method. They don't know what to do for and what not to do. This is the reason they wasted bunch of times. The content and they don't have idea about when to know which resources and they are wasting their time finding the resources and if they have used the correct sequence then they are not doing things in the correct manner and wasting much of time. So I am coming out to clarify use all these things in a much more better sense that you can get and then that you can learn. So everybody is on all the things are working for a day. Uh, well, first of all, start with the JavaScript. Okay, this recording. This recording. Not bad. How can I make it this clear? Make it this clear. So, not good at it. So, yeah, don't understand. I'm going to tell you the clear and concise rule. We start with the programming language. What should I do? Should I pick the C++? Should I pick the Java? Should I pick the JavaScript? Um, HTML. Most people HTML is the like programming language that says the full form of the HTML like hypertext markup language. That language including the most people think that it's the language, but it is not a logical. It's written for the like it's web page things, but it is not like the logical programming language that you can write logics in that. It is just for processing our web components, just strategic. Like the starting with the HTML is not good option. I will highly suggest to start with the C++, or Java or JavaScript. JavaScript, I will suggest don't start with that because you lost a bunch of things like data types and all the things. Although you can redo that, but I will rather suggest for the Java or C++ or Python. This is language. Python is a beginner friendly. We start with that if you have no previous prior experience in that. I really suggest go with the C++ to Java if you really want to become like any developer. And definitely not like for the web developer also. You will have hardly one thing. It will your 1 month time. When investing your 1 month of time in that will going to make your future more easier. Don't think about it. And most of people what they are doing, they are directly jump to the HTML, CSS, making online pages and thinking that I am what I'm doing. I don't. So it's not making. For this, I suggest on the Java and learn syntax and learn the programming, learn the programming language, working the other developing the pages. Okay, who is developing the component and designing the page does not. mean that he's getting the more salary. The more logical person, the more logical and analytical skill persons are getting more paid. So basically, start with the programming language, learn the syntax, learn the logical, then you can either learn JavaScript. I also suggest that if you are not business then you can also start with JavaScript, which is not a big option. I would rather suggest. But after JavaScript, what to do? After JavaScript, you directly jump. So yeah, JavaScript, if you don't know any previous language, like some people learn C or C++ or element code or anything, but you have not experience on that time. But at this time, for starting JavaScript and uh, you will not have experience, then you will hardly take your own month. You do not like rush because it's going to like make problem when you are learning more constant concepts, then it will going to create the problem for you. So the better aspect, I rather suggest to you the JavaScript and make things easier. Even thought it is tough, I can do it, but yeah, you learn, you have to learn, you have to give time. Till in future, it will slowly going to make become easy and you will understand eventually all these things. So basically, not focus on the add-on. If it is not going with me, like it is not happening and I it's bouncing to me. Do not think all these things, just go and learn eventually go, but give the time to that. That is one thing. After investing your own one thing which always make you to that it was the HTML and CSS, though they both are taking hardly 15 minutes. Yeah. Because we both hardly take you're going to take the 15 days and you are able to make the web pages like responsive web pages, multiple like components or pages, all these things you can make. And you can also if you learn um, in a better way, then you can also design a better UI. Then in the 1.5 month, you are ready with the HTML session in JavaScript. So this is the like things that you must know. After that, what you have to do? After that, what should I learn? I jump on the React on or on the backend or should I do so I will rather suggest to try jumping on the React to invest focusing more on the making HTML, CSS, JavaScript only projects along the basic of web, how web browser working and all these things you can play with the browser. Like I don't want you to rush on the React directly and learn web development in the fastest way. I want to show you that invest time in the learn how the browsers are working. How can you manipulate the window? How can you access the OS? All these things you are going to learn, and if you play with that, then you got eventually idea about it, and it will develop interest in you. That is what programming is. If you are not doing these things, then like you are just doing the things that are really necessary and how the interest will develop in you. So basically, for the interest, you rather than things, I select the things or do more or less uh, for next for next uh, go with the yeah go with the X and spend or 20 to 25 or 30 days. I can say 30 days. 30 days on this. This will make you much powerful on the React. This will make you more powerful on the React. Yeah, eventually you are like become a React developer. And after 1 month investing on that, you have idea about like making front ends. After you learn the state management in the React, well, you will see how to like all the API, fetch API, XUS and all these things, then you got a idea about how the front end work and all these things. And then after doing this, you can directly okay. Uh, should we stop here? Not really not. You have to make the project soon. If we stop here, then this will not going to work for you. I highly suggest you to work on this. This will make you very, very perfect. Yeah. Um, it's not end here. You have to learn every time like new concepts, make small components or small projects on that React. Basically, if you leave it and in 1 or 2 minutes, you will forget about the syntax. So that you have to know with the syntax and make some small things on the daily basis or weekly basis. Basically, when from that instance, then you will directly from backend part, we start with the Node.js. Node.js, you learn HTTP protocols and to learn cloud operation in your databases. You can learn how to make the servers with the Express server are better than the HTTP servers and what are the routes and all these things you will learn in the backend. You will learn cloud operation, how to write, delete and update the database and all this query will run with that. After completing the basic backend, you can jump directly on the Redis part and Redis queue and all this things like that. This part of the backend optimization. We also learn about user authentication, all these things. Or that means for the like for the next like when you connect from the backend, you will also like the audio is and all these things that are widely used in applications and they are and after all intelligent like start from React or React Node, but these are the separate. You have to reply backend on the another servers and you have to reply from the another servers. These are basic differences and then after that we next come into the picture. So we have what is next, why it is used, what are the things that we can consider before learning next are also used. Basically, React is not uh, SEO optimized. So we have what is stand for SEO, like search engine optimization, search engine optimization. What do you mean by that? Whenever you are searching Google like anything, cup of tea, like cup of tea, and searching then cup of tea, the website that's on the first page, like first page, how the website are, how we will find this website. This website uses cup of tea in their elements, in their pages, and in their metadata, and that is why Google find this website fit for you. Like you are also searching for the cup of tea, and cup of tea also mentioned in that website that it's related with that, and that is the reason why will say. And after that, this is the reason why because but what happens the client side rendering basically the is rendered by the client side. That is the supposed to be load all the Java is this what is happening with the React also first JavaScript loads JavaScript taking also time to load and so all the things loads then only render. Basically this will take time and from that time like Google does not and for search for the this web page, Google checks another which are already rendered with that. Basically, you are not optimized for the surface. For the optimization, you can use like server side rendering, use already rendered all these things. That is why next came into the picture and to learn about it. Maybe I will explain the correct one. And I have learned for some facts so do not consider this before part if something is wrong that um, I correct. But yeah, I do not consider the part of facing like it is wrong or anything. Uh, after moving on to the next, and the first step focus on what is the next. That is what come into the picture. After this, you can learn about the skill and all this like next coming language of the JavaScript. You are ready for all these things. That is what I am telling you. Good.